Good morning and welcome to today's meditation with me, Jill Pulowski at Vitalia in Strongsville, Ohio. So I know we talk about the moons and the stars and all that fun stuff, and some of you might believe in all of that and some of you may not, but I like to tie things in sometimes. So whether you believe it or not, it's always good to kind of reflect on our own lives and what's going on around us. So today, October 21st, is the new moon in Libra. For those of you that are watching the moon signs out there. So that kind of wants us to look at our relationships, and that could be the relationship that we have with our partner, our husband, our wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner of whatever kind we have, someone that we love, a loving relationship. We can also look at our relationship with our friends, our coworkers, and what that looks like. Maybe our neighbors next door. Somebody plays their TV too loud, and how do we feel about that? It might have us look at the relationships we have with ourselves. How we talk to ourselves, how we support ourselves, how we care for ourselves. So there's many different ways to look at relationships because there's all kinds of relationships that we have. There's deep, intimate, loving relationships, and then there's the relationships we have with friends or neighbors or just acquaintances, and of course then ourselves, which is probably the hardest one. How do you play with yourself in a way where we are happy and joyful? How are we expressing our love? How are we expressing fun and laughter? How are we, giving ourselves time and space and rest? So there's so many different options of that. We are going to look into that today. We are going to tap into the relationships that we hold and the space that we hold for ourselves in order to give more to the other relationships around us. So if we're not giving ourselves self-love, self-care, time, space, freedom, rest, then we don't have enough energy to put into other relationships like our spouses or our friendships. So it's very important to look at ourselves first, and then how that plays into how we interact and love and care for others. So hopefully you are up for the challenge today to kind of really dig down deep and see how you feel about yourself first, and proceed from there. Before we begin our practice, of course, as always, we are going to warm up the body, warm up the breath. So if we want to find that nice posture in our chairs, go ahead and sit up tall, both feet flat on the floor. Remember, we always want the feet flat. We never want to cross the ankles or cross the knees. We want the blood to flow down to our toes and flow back up through to the brain. So very important. Sit up straight, relax your shoulders, make sure they're not crunched up in any way. Relax them all the way down. And then go ahead and just feel the body and how you are presenting yourself in the moment. Do we feel strong? Do we feel tired? Do we feel exhausted maybe in the mind where I don't want to do this right now, but I'm making myself do it? Just take a note on how you're feeling. And as we feel what's going on with us, let's take a few deep breaths. The other day, I just went outside and sat on the back porch of my home and really just took a deep breath in and breathed out through my mouth, and I just felt this overwhelming release. Like it almost brought tears to my eyes, like just the letting it go. So let's really practice some good breathing today. And take a deep breath in And then go ahead and open the mouth to let it out. And breathe in. Open and release. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more time. Real good one. Breathe in. And let it go. Sometimes it's good to just take some deep breaths. Kind of changes the whole chemistry of things. Continue to breathe as we start to move the shoulders. So one at a time, we're going to kind of pedal the shoulders forward and get some movement going here. If you want to get some bigger circles going in, you can go ahead and even bring the arms around bigger. Bring the arms all the way up, whatever feels good. It can be as big or as small as you're feeling today. Bring that play into it. Maybe a little dance move. Remember, how we feel about ourselves reflects on how we also show up and express ourselves. Good, take it back. Good, again, remember, it could be small, it could be big circles, we could do a big backstroke, whatever you're feeling, however groovy you're feeling today. And just find some play. Maybe hear a little song in your head. Good, and then forward and back. Both shoulders forward, both shoulders back a couple times. Get that movement. Awesome, and then shake it out. Shake it out real good. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And you should feel from that movement in the body some energy. Some of that playful movement that comes in also brings energy. It starts that blood flowing. It starts the oxygen moving into our bodies and in our organs. So brings a lot of, you might even feel a little like, woo, a little dizzy or lightheaded, and that's okay because that means the oxygen is moving into the brain and into the heart and into the lungs. So it's a good sign. Just don't stand up too fast. But we're seated, so we don't have to stand up at all. Go ahead and relax even a little deeper into your chair. So remember, feet stay flat on the floor, but we might lean back a little bit or scooch our bottoms towards the edge of our chair a little more in order to support the back a little bit more in the chair that you're in. So go ahead, take a few moments to get comfortable, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the legs, relaxing your eyes by closing them gently, relaxing the jaw by taking the teeth apart from each other in the mouth. You want to make sure that we're not clenching in the brow or clenching in the jaw. So go ahead and relax, sink back, and then connect again with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, nice and slowly. Let each breath sink you deeper and deeper into your seat, deeper into your chair, deeper into a place of peace and calm. The mind is calm. Body is calm, the breath is calm. Breathe nice and slow. And as we sink into this space, begin to visualize yourself. Look at yourself as you are, maybe as if you were looking into a mirror, and see your face. And see your heart space, and see your soul space, and see everything that you are. And then tap into that relationship that you have with yourself. How do you feel about you? And if we feel like we're frustrated with ourselves, or we think we're not good enough, or we think that you're just not up to par, or if you're unlovable, or anything negative, begin to change that thought of yourself to say, I am everything I need to be. I'm perfect just the way I am. I am worthy of love and the best that life has to offer. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am full of joy. I ignite positivity. I am strong. So whatever it is you think that's negative at all, and hopefully it's not much, but change that thought. Change it to something more loving. Change it to something more playful. I am fun. I am excitement. I bring the life to the party. I light up every room I enter. I am that connection. I hold space for myself that provides love and support. So look at yourself in a light that is only positive and loving and caring and nurturing. And if those negative thoughts start to creep in, like, oh, I'm a Debbie Downer, no one wants to hang out with me. I'm always in a bad mood. I always wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I cannot see the good in anything. Change the way you think. Change the way you see and say the opposite. I am the light. Everyone loves my company. I deserve the best friendships. I deserve the best relationships. I deserve the best of everything. I'm a good person. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am nurtured. I am taken care of. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. And once you feel that goodness about yourself, once you feel that connection that you have within you, and that positive energy is running through your veins, begin to see yourself in other relationships and how you show up. How are you showing up for your friends? My dear friend Sally might be a little annoying sometimes. She might frustrate me. She might drive me crazy. But is it because of me? Because I don't feel that I am given that same? Maybe I'm frustrated with myself. Maybe I am annoyed with the things that I do, and therefore I project that onto my friend Sally because I can't deal with my own frustrations. So her presence becomes my frustration. So look at your friends. Look at the relationship you have with them and what you are bringing to that relationship. What they are bringing to you and what you are reciprocating. Maybe Sally brings your coffee every morning, but you never bring coffee to her. And if it's the opposite, that's okay. Maybe you feel that you are giving and giving and giving to your friendships and not getting anything in return. So look at your relationships with your friends, how you show up to those relationships, and how in your mind you can change whatever it is that you're not feeling is imbalance. And sometimes we are the ones that are off balance in the relationship, and we have to even ourselves out in order to find that reconnection with friends and family and loved ones. What kind of joy, what kind of play do you bring to your friendships? Are you inviting them to do fun things, to play cards, to join you at bingo, to go dancing, to come to happy hour? Or are we not putting in the effort for any of those things? How do you see your relationship with your friends? How would you like to see that relationship grow? And visualize that, whatever it is. Maybe you want them to be more present for you. So visualize them coming to you and inviting you and embracing you. And if you feel like you're not giving that to them, visualize you giving to your friends. And take a moment to be there in this moment. And now go ahead and look at your relationship with your family. This could be a tough one. We get to choose our friends, and sometimes we don't get to choose our family. But we have to, most of the time, continue to be there for them and accept them. But there's always challenges. It's harder to walk away from family than it is to walk away from an acquaintance. So take a look at someone in your life, in your family, that you have a deep relationship with. And it could be a wonderful, loving, supportive relationship. It could be a challenging one. And take a look at what you're bringing to that relationship, to that family member, to that loved one, son or daughter. And take a look at it. And what can be better? How can you show up? And how can you balance that relationship? And see it from both ends. They're coming to you and you coming to them. The road travels both ways in relationships, and we must both give and receive equally. We must love equally. Visualize yourself and that person. Take a moment to really embrace any struggles that there are. And maybe there's a complete disconnect that we have not tapped into, that we haven't tried to heal, that we avoid because we don't want the confrontation or the part where it doesn't feel good. Now go ahead, and if you want to keep looking at a friendship or a family relationship, go and be there. But if you are in a romantic relationship, if you have a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or just someone who you admire, look into that. Tap into where that relationship is, how you're showing up for that person. Are you scared? Are you fully open in your heart? Are you asking too much? Have you set boundaries? Are there challenges? Is the love you're giving being given back to you, and vice versa? How are you showing up in your loving, intimate relationships? And take a look at yourself and the other person and visualize how you can be equal here, how you can balance this love, how you can show up for the person, give them what they need, and how you can ask for what you need without feeling guilty or afraid. Open your heart fully. Don't be afraid to receive, even if it's not exactly what you're looking for, exactly what you want. Receive what is being given. And give wholeheartedly. Don't hold back. If you feel this deep love, don't be afraid to show that and express it. And it's okay if it's not exactly the same thing coming. Be brave in your heart. And take a few more moments here, whether you are still visualizing a friendship or family relationship, or if you have tapped into a more intimate relationship that you have. And feel all the feels, let all the love in, find forgiveness, look at yourself, what you're giving, what you're holding back, what you're expressing, and what you hope for. And take a few minutes to be present, to see yourself as who you are and what is good and what needs to change and what is perfect just as it is. And then allow yourself to awaken, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, letting your head rock from side to side. And then finding your way back up into your chair and sitting up tall, finding that posture, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And together, taking a deep breath in. Feel all those feels that came into play today. And then let it all go that you want to release. Again, breathe it in and let it go. I hope today that you were able to look at yourself, the relationship that you have with yourself, and to see how you are showing up in all the other relationships in your life. Sometimes we don't want to look at it that way. We want to think that we are doing everything right, and we are providing all we can. And sometimes we're not. We think we are, but we're really not giving all that we can, and we're really not being who we should be. And that's okay. We can't be 100% all the time. It's impossible. Sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we mess up, sometimes we forget a birthday, an anniversary, something special that we should pay more attention to. Everyone does it. But as we go through every day of our lives and we look at the people we love and we look at ourselves and how we love ourselves, and we're authentic in our words and our actions, then relationships will come together and be exactly what they need to be. I hope you were able to see those today, and I hope as we move forward into our days, you will work on those real relationships in your life, not only for the people that is you're interacting with, the people that are in your lives, but also with yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next week.